Shine So Hard, like Dave, and I performed the only 2 poems I have ever written, and it was fucking ace, and so I thought I should probably scribble some more. And I've been watching a lot of Andrea Gibson recently because she's freaking awesome, and she said in one of her interviews that you should write about what terrifies you. And I realised that the one thing that terrifies me to write about is my last relationship, and because for the last 3 years it's sort of been a bit too ouchy in the heart department, as these things sometimes are. And then I read this interview and I thought, fucking hell, Darryl, just get on with it. And so I've written 3 poems about the beginning, the middle and the end, but those aren't the title. And so the first one is called The Downs. I knitted you gloves for our second date. Too late to contemplate whether that was an inane thing to have done or not. Exposing my baby heart to you in their woven threads. An attempt to shed the walls I had built up around it, brick by broken brick. That little bit of sick that rose in my mouth as I tentatively placed them into your palms. Alarmed by the silence that fell from your eyes, I stood, waiting. Was that too much? Was that too keen? My spleen splayed wide as the South Downs we stood on. You could have answered. You could have spoke. I choked on the gum shoved in case we kissed. We kissed. Your lips barely brushed mine as you held my chin. The din from my heart drowned out the seagulls circling overhead. We kissed. The ridges of your hands held the plans for my downfall. We kissed. As you placed one glove on your hand and the other on mine. This next one is about the middle, or sort of the beginning and middle, when you are falling for somebody and you start doing the things that they like to do, but you don't necessarily like them yourself. You're just sort of trying them to get them to like you. So this is called meditation. We sat on my bed in the yellow light of Muswell Hill. The IKEA furniture casting lies of structured order on my chaos. You said, let's meditate. I said, great. Not really knowing what it meant to sit and contemplate the silence that's not silence in your head. You looked so fucking zen. I settled down beside you, tried to provide you with the atmosphere you needed to be calm. My S Club 7 ringtone put the kibosh on your calm. My mound of well-loved Care Bears gave their stares at my attempt to be at peace. They knew it wasn't true. That the last thing I could do was sit and breathe. And breathe. My need for you to like me, no, to love me, made my unmade bed that day. The way you moved so gently made me overlook the bedlam that was trembling underneath. We trembled underneath the sun-soaked nature of new love. I pretended to meditate for you. I pretended to meditate for you. Thank you. Now, this poem is about the end, but before I read it, I thought it was apt, as we've lost Keith today because of suicide, to, and after Dave's amazing poem as well, to just flag that I run a mental health campaign, started 4 years ago because of the contents of this poem, and I asked people all over the world to take a selfie with a post-it note on their head that said #ItAffectsMe, to show the universality of mental illness and how it has no prejudice about who it affects, and so we shouldn't have any prejudices about it. And this poem is the reason why I started it, and today and tonight and all the voices that we're going to hear show how important it is for us to just keep talking about it. So this is called A Sunny Day. The day I broke up with you, I broke me. The thing with OCD is that reality is framed by its intrusion, an illusion of the thoughts that scream out certainty but blatantly aren't true. The you it made me see was not the you that bought me Lego to escape, the you that made me plates of rice that just weren't cooked enough. The you it showed me didn't pause at trees to wait on woodpeckers to sound their earthly drills, or stilled my nerves with gentleness the moment that you blessed me with a kiss. See, this is the problem. The OCD you see resides in cleanliness, in tidiness, in order, but that remains a character trait rather than a disorder. The borderline obsession with this quirk of shirking mess was not the desperate illness that confined me to my bed, the thundering of thoughts that almost stamped myself to death. The you it made me see was not the you who held my chin, the single-handed bike ride made to meet my parents in Brighton. The you it made me see was not the man who read me poo, whose piglet voice and Tigger voice all sounded just like Roo. The you it made me see was not the you who wrote me rhymes, whose puns were fundamentally the punniest of all time. The thing with OCD is that it grips you like a fist. It twists up your reality and will not just desist. It made me doubt, it made me shake, it made me miss my lunch. The hug you gave when you held my ribcage and asked me where I'd gone. The thing with OCD is that you don't know who you are. Are you your thoughts? Are you your brain? Are you your fizzing mind? The you that's there is trying to find a way of being heard, to let you know that she's still there, though drowned in the absurd. But when my OCD decided that you were its prey, and prized your arms from round me on that sunny London day, and slowly took your hands from mine, and threw away the gloves, for me inside, she broke inside and hid herself away, surrendered to her illness on that sunny London day. And though there is forgiveness now, it's messy, painful growth of years of help, of work, of tears, of pills to balance both the aching that I felt inside and thoughts that wouldn't grow. What doesn't kill you hurts, but man, it fucking makes you grow. The day I broke up with you was the day my life would start, because somehow, always, no matter what, light breaks out from the dark.